Greetings, Patriots. My name is Carl Meyer. I am the Patriot Poet, 1776, coming at you from Santa Barbara, California. The date is August 26th, 2013. If you want to go to my website, you just Google in The Patriot Poet, 1776, no space or bars. You go to my website. I do quite a bit of political satire, commentary, some funny stuff, just taking pot shots at people. So if you're interested, go to my website. I've got a little poem here. I'm also kind of voicing my opinion what's going on in the country. So through just some little funny little rhymes and poetry. But first of all, and I'll get to my poem in a minute. So what I want to do is I want to bring you up to date on some news, little old, little current. Real quickly, it has to do, now if I speak a little quick, I'm going to be moving very fast because I'm on a timeline here for YouTube. So I am going to be speaking quickly and moving quickly. So bear with me if I stumble and stammer. Anyways, I want to get right to it. Early this year that our current regime, our administration, regime, signed in the Congress, Democrat and Republican, they could use drones on American soil by executive order if need be. What does this mean? It means he doesn't have to, whoever the president is doesn't have to go through Congress. They can do it at will. And they can just kill us on American soil, which goes against the Posse Comitatus law enacted in 1878, which states that the American military would never, ever be used against its citizens. And, of course, they just shredded that right. It's a treasonous act. And anybody that signed that bill, as far as I'm concerned, should be tried for treason. So I'm going to get right to it. When they brought it in, this was Thursday. This was Thursday, March 7th of this year, 2013, where they're trying to filibuster it. And of course, on the backside, Eric Holder, one of our current mental midgets in Congress, and it was where it's highlighted. It said Mr. Holder said it could be possible under extraordinary circumstances that the president would have to authorize the military to use lethal force inside U.S. borders. What's the extraordinary circumstance? We decided to rally, have a demonstration, and they decided to drone us because what? We're terrorists. Okay, moving along quickly. This is Friday, May 24th. Of course, our current fear, and make no mistake, I'm just not going after our current fear. This started with the Bush-Cheney administration during 9/11 when they started shredding the Constitution and going with the NSA spying and the droning, and all this started then. So this regime is just an 8-year extension of the other regime. So we now have 16 years of the Three Stooges. Okay, so of course he's going to defend it Friday, May 24th of this year, 2013. Of course he's going to defend. It's not a cure-all, but he's going to defend it. Why he should be able to kill us at will. Okay, real quick, we know all this is nothing but a bunch of crazy fair-skinned, blue-eyed, blonde-haired white guys running around. Well, I got the fair-skinned, the blue eyes, the blonde hair is 1 or 2 years ago. Outside of that, so here's a young man named Colin Knorr. He is a 29-year-old attorney out of Houston, Texas. He became a sensation on YouTube on his own by just doing guns and gun accessories and instructing people. So here's another one of those crazy white guys. It says right here, NRA's black commentator. And it says, NRA's black commentator becomes a sensation. Houston, Colin Knorr belongs to the NRA, owns several handguns, including a sleek Glock 17 handgun and a customized AR-15 rifle. But Mr. Knorr frequently points out he does not fit the stereotype of an NRA member, what he calls OFWG, old fat white guys. Ouch, that one hurts. Anyways, what I got was here a stereotype, which is great because that's just what they're doing in our administration. They're just stereotyping us to where white guys are crazy, black guys are crazy, everybody else is crazy, Hispanics, everybody's crazy, keeping us fighting each other. Last thing that they want us to do is see the light, band together, and kick them out of office. My poem is going to start with the Kennedy assassination and move through history how some of our government assassinated people. And people say, well, why do you want to go back? Well, I've got to check my mic. Why do you go back 50 years? Well, isn't it amazing? My poem was written in July 25th of this year, and a month later, August 19th, just last week, in my home paper, it says, still, check this out, still searching, and it has to do with this CIA agent papers swirling around him and controversy, some of the hidden documents. And of course, he's deceased now. Either he fell out of a high-rise window, he might have accidentally shot himself in the head, might have accidentally electrocuted himself, accidentally got run over by a cement truck, accidentally hung himself, accidentally got drowned. Who knows, might have even actually got eaten up by a grizzly bear. But whatever happened, he's deceased, I know that. And anyways, it states real quick, others say continued sealing of 50-year-old documents raises needless questions in the public mind and encourages conspiracy theories. Of course, we're all conspiracists. We want to know what's going on with our country. We need the documents, and of course, they won't give it to us, and we're the crazy ones. This is not about conspiracy. This is about transparency. We want transparency in our government, but then again, we're crazy conspiracists. We're nuts, and we're the ones that should be put in jail or in the loony bin. The last time I remember, 2 and 2 is 4, if I remember, but I guess something's not adding up here, but maybe I'm the dummy. Real quick, what else is going on in our country? This was just this week. It was Friday, August 23rd. Non-citizens could be jurors in news legislation in California, what Jerry Brown wants to do in our state. In other words, he wants to be able to put non-citizens as jurors, which goes against our Constitution. Jurors and or presidents are supposed to be citizens, and they're not. And now he wants to make that law to where a non-citizen can judge you. If you're on trial for your life, you want a non-citizen judging you. Okay, real quick, one more. This is also August 2/13. Governor Jerry Brown, a couple of weeks ago, it said Governor signs transgender bill, tongue twister, boys and girls bathrooms there. Anyway, it says real quick, Democratic Jerry Brown announced that he signed the AB 1266, which allows transgender students to choose whether they want to play boys or girls sports. Sacramento, California on Monday became the first state to enshrine certain rights for transgender K-12 students in state law, requiring public schools to allow those students access to whichever restroom or locker room they want. So now by law, your teenage daughters are going to be forced to shower and use the same bathrooms as boys. And make no mistake, just because you're in California, if you don't rise up now, it's going to be in your hometown. Because remember, it's the first state. And if people don't agree with this, and I guess I'm dead set against it. And if people do agree with it when I'm talking to the round crowd, I want to know why our boys are over there fighting right now in overseas, has been for years. You got a bunch of soldiers that are risking their lives, maybe coming home dead, to find out that their daughters now have to shower and use the same bathrooms and locker rooms as boys. Okay. Moving along very quickly, I'm going to get to my poem because, again, I am on a time crunch here. I wrote this. It starts with the Kennedy assassination. For any of you young people that really don't understand it, just look up the movie JFK. It'll quickly get you a little educated what happened and how our government tried to cram what they call the magic bullet theory down our throats, how a bullet can go through two guys, stop, wait 1.3 seconds in the air, make a left-hand turn, wait another half a second, make a left-hand turn, and do the last 4 wounds in the bodies. It was called the magic bullet theory. That's why they're trying to cramp down our throats. And ever since that, if they can get away with that, they can get away with anything. And also, for the people that don't know who Michael Hastings was, a couple of months ago, he was a 33-year-old porter, investigative porter for Rolling Stones magazine. He was car bombed. Of course, the government says it wasn't. They confiscated his body. His parents wanted the body back for forensic testing to see if there was plastic explosives. And without their consent, our government cremated his body and gave his parents back their ashes. Okay, here we go. I had a lot of fun writing this, called I Want to Be the First. I've always wondered, Mr. President, what you think of people like me. After all, I have a brain and eyes that can see. I know who you are, and I can count 1, 2, 3. So the question is, Mr. President, how are you going to kill me? I'll admit I'm a member of the evil NRA, and I'll fight for my country because I'm not going away. I'll fight you on the battlegrounds with wisdom, knowledge, and a head of steam. Because you see, Mr. President, this is my country, and I also have a dream. So I'm going to help you count the ways how you can do me in. We'll just keep this between you and me. So now let's begin. Man, you can't shoot me in the head. That's already been done in Dallas. But I'm sure if you had your way, you'd beam with pride and malice. Overdosing me would be a copycat Monroe. You have to be a little more clever so people will never know. Drowning me in a car wouldn't be analytic. That has a familiar sound to it. It reminds me of Chappaquiddick. Running through the airport, my legs rushed me to the gate, but to my disappointment, the plane couldn't wait. I'm so angry and mad at myself for being late. I wanted to be one of the 4 slaughtered at Kent State. How about hang me in a storage shed? But again, that's been done. You hung Miss Pilfrey with a nylon rope by your hired goons on the run. Shooting his 14-year-old son in the back, then shooting his wife in the head, then shooting Randy Weaver in the back, hoping he too was dead. If you can't remember where this happened and you can't cross that bridge, just a little reminder, it was a place called Ruby Ridge. Glancing down to see what time it is, my wristwatch is a Seiko. I'm burning 83 people to death in a Texas town called Waco. One more fact I'll point out. It saddens me, heaven forbid. 25 people you burned that day were God's beautiful kids. Another way to get me so people won't see the light, send up drone-guided planes and put them into flight. As I look out my window and watch the planes come in, we call it 9/11, and that was the job from within. I've also thought you might want to kill me while driving in my car, but you have to do it soon so I don't travel very far. How about a car bomb for time is a wasting? Oops, that's already been done. You murdered Michael Hastings. Throwing me out of a window as I plunge to my death, but that's been done so many times before. It's just like all the rest. When people hear it on the nightly news, it's edited to be lied. It will end up being reported as just another suicide. I think I finally thought of a way while sitting in my home. You can bomb me from the air using a military drone. Please don't bomb my house right away, but I'm sure you're ready and would. I don't want to see children's body parts all over my neighborhood. But you've done it before and you're doing it now. In Iraq and Afghanistan. God, you must be proud of yourself. You're truly a hunk of man. I want to be an original. I don't care if I die. I just want to go to drone heaven, way up in the sky. To be the first American drone here on American soil, it's going to be so much fun, killed for money and oil. So please, Mr. President, when you put me in my hearse, all I ask is that you use a drone because I want to be the first.